Hey guys, so welcome back to Mr. FX after a long time. So now I'm starting a series for the beginners, for the people who are like very confused how to start Houdini. Like I was confused when I started. So we'll talk about the things like proceduralism, what is the UI, and how you can import things. So there's a lot of things we have to cover in this series. So we'll make episodes. So this is like our first episode. So we'll talk about the basics, UI, and I'll tell about why Houdini is important for the uh, peoples now, for FX at least. So, and I'm introducing another channel which is Mr. FX Hindi. So the people who are getting difficulty to understand English, I know like some of the people are getting trouble, so for them I'm starting another channel. So whatever I will upload on this channel, on my main channel, I will upload same thing on the Hindi channel also. So but that will be in Hindi and the content will be same. So if you want, then you can go check the link, and like in my description there is a link for the Hindi channel and you can subscribe that. Okay, so we'll start. What is Houdini? So why Houdini is important? Because we are working with the proceduralism, which is like if you are working in Maya, so understand this thing why Houdini is important, because it reduced your work time. Like when if you are working in any studio or anywhere and you have a tight deadline, so and you are using Houdini, so it is easy for you because you can work on a low poly object, you can work on like different, like you are in production. So what is happening in production, so we are FX artists, so we are getting R&Ds to do first. So at that time we don't have the models, we don't have the things like the proper model whatever is going to use in the shot. So what people do, like they use the rough object, like any object whatever is available in the Houdini, they create effect on that, then they can replace easily uh, in Houdini. But if you are doing anything in Maya, it is like very difficult. I don't know about the Bifrost graph thing because I never used that, but like whatever normal Maya is there, so there is no option you can like replace your object, or you create a effect and client say that your animation is changing. So like if animation also changes slight a bit, so again you have to do the whole process. So that's why it is good if you are working in Houdini. So that is the procedural part. I will show you the example also, but first we'll start with the basics and UI. So I'll tell you, first of all, you have to do this like ASAP. If you are watching my video and your Houdini is open, just go here and remove shelf set from dock. And there's one more. So never use these. I am telling you, if you are learning Houdini, if you want to learn Houdini properly, never use those things. If you want that back, I'll tell you how to do that. You can just click on the reload current desktop, because these things like lights are okay, but like the people are using this a lot and they think that they created something, but no, this is not a proper way to learn Houdini. If you click here, like I created a box, I'll show you something why it is important to, and you click on the flames. So you see it is it's updating and your setup is completed. Okay, you don't know what is the pyro import, what happened inside the this thing, and you can see just you have the simulation, and there is some issue in my Houdini I guess, but it's okay, we'll see that later. Okay, so you can see you get the flame, whatever the basic flame, you can like change the values, but this is not a proper way to learn Houdini. If you want to learn it deeply, like properly, to know every single thing how things work, so don't use this. I recommend don't use this. I use them, but not these things. I just use light. Like sometimes the lights I want, like point light or distant, maximum I'm using distance and distant light and environment light. For those I'm using the UI. Otherwise I don't recommend to create the static object with this, or maybe deforming object with this. Don't do this, please don't do that. And nothing, like don't use any of this thing. I'm telling you, this will like confuse you more, because like things created automatically, you don't know what is the use of the dop io and what is the use of dop import. And if you see here, so what happened here, like they created a box and they created a lot of things, but you don't know what is happening because you are in a learning stage. Like when you are in production and you know Houdini a lot, like for you creating a flame is easy, so then you can go and use this thing for fasting up your process. But like in a starting and learning stage, don't ever use these things. This is like the biggest thing. So if you want, you can remove it or you can make a habit. Like if it is there, no problem, but don't use them. I also recommend never use them. Okay, so I will start with the UI now. So if you see, this is the same like Maya, if you know. So this is new, like creating a new file, open for opening a file, open recent file, whatever you were doing. So it will save here. And this is save as text, and new project, set project, which is like same like Maya, and set recent project. So you can set projects also from here directly. And there's merge and new asset. So we'll talk about all these things, but I'll tell you the basics only. Like if you are in Maya and you want to import something in Houdini, so you can come here, import, and like if you want to if you have any alembic, so you can directly click here. And if you have geometry, you can click here. So we do alembics only, so you can just click on the alembic and you can go and find your file, whatever the file, alembic file you have. I don't have any, I guess, for now. And there's so many options which we'll talk later when we'll do some like basic things. So I'll show you how you can export from Maya, how you can import in Houdini, how you import camera in Houdini, because there's a lot of ways of doing same thing in Houdini. Okay, so your best friend in Houdini is first of all the geometry spreadsheet. This is like the most useful thing. Like in starting, people don't use it too much, but once you start learning Houdini, you know that how much important this thing is. Like this is like one of the most important tool in Houdini. Okay, and the second thing is the parameter, and the third is the your network. Yeah, sorry, not network. Yeah, sorry, network only, you can say. So this is empty now. Okay, so this is your network, this is your parameter view. So I'll tell you the shortcuts also. Like if you want, you can collapse it, so you have the network and you can press P, so you have this also. So like if you create any geometry and you select, so you have the parameter over here also. So this is just a way I'm telling you, and the same thing you can get like this, but people have like different choices. Like some people like to work like this, some people like to work like this. So you can say, like, remember this thing. So it is P. Okay, P is the shortcut for that thing, and this is the geo. Remove it. uh, Remove. Okay, so so this is the basic UI. Okay, so then we have the edit. So I'll tell you, we don't use these things a lot. Like I don't use these things. Like I do everything in the network and in the parameters only. But yeah, you can understand that like it is render, so you can create the render nodes like whatever the renderer you have. Like I have Mantra, I have Arnold, Renderman. So you can click and directly it will create a you can say this is the context. I'll tell you what is this also. So it will create a node. Okay, a render node, which we'll talk later how we render and all. So this is the editing of that render. This is just rendering the thing. Okay, this is the preview in mplay. Mplay is a different thing, I'll talk about that also later. Scheduler is for checking how many renders are going and what is the time it is taking. So you can check from here, and I don't think these are necessary things. Okay, then asset. So this is one of the most important thing in Houdini. So like creating the asset, digital asset. So I'll tell you and I'll show you how you can create an asset. And like even I have a video I can wait, just give me a second. I'll tell you a little bit about the asset because that is a very important thing. So I guess you should know that. uh, but okay, I have to do some changes. Okay, I'll attach it with the this thing on the video, no problem. So we have that. I'll cut the video and I'll show you what is that. Okay, so where is that? Okay, asset. So this is like very important thing, digital asset, because we used it a lot in studios for creating. Like it is like you are creating your own tool in Houdini. You create some setup and you convert that as a tool and like as a digital asset. So you can use it like this is these are, you can say, the if you see digital assets, so we have Arnold denoiser. So and if you go inside geo, maybe my asset also there. I guess so, or not here, my bad. So if you see, Not here. I have to go inside, I guess, because I also created some digital assets. So you can see a not procedural viewport is there. So I guess my one is not loaded yet. I have to load them. Okay, so but these are the digital assets. Okay. So I'll show you how they look like and how they work, how to create them. Everything we'll talk about later. So and the window, this is just for the these things, how you want your window to look like changing your interface. For that you can use that, and these are the editors, like same like Maya have graph editor, animation editor, a lot of things are there. So same like Outlook, sorry, what is that? Out, I forget. Comment and tell me. I forget, like what is that? Where we see all the objects in Maya. I forget the name of that thing. That is something like out. I forget the name. Okay, leave it, because like I didn't use Maya from like 1 and 2 years. So I forget. I'm totally on Houdini now. And these are the Arnold setting, and this is the help. If you want, you can go start here and you can just find things. Okay, and you can find other tutorials also from the people. Okay, so this is the basic UI. Okay, so this is the scene view where you see your 3D objects. So like the viewport in Maya. So people who know Maya, they understand. And the same tool you can use whatever you are like the same what do you say, tumble, dolly, zoom, pan, whatever you are using in Maya, you can same use like that in Houdini also. Okay, and then we have the animation editor, which we'll see later, and this is a render view. So I'll tell you how to render things, how what are all these like options and all, and I'll show you how LUT works, which like people don't teach you, but yeah, it is important, so I'll tell you. And so composite is like for compositing, like whatever you do in Nuke, you can do here also, like in Houdini only directly you can composite your files. Then motion effects is for the ch operator, which is constant operator, I guess. uh, I guess so. This is ch like constant operator, I guess. Okay, and this is the geometry spreadsheet, which where you can see the whatever the object you have, what all the properties you can see, how many points you have, what is the color, age. There's a lot of things, we'll see that also. But this is also very important thing, remember this. So we use it a lot. Okay, so that is like this, and now come to this thing. So there is like object view, this the tree view, which I never use. And this is a material palette, like whatever we use for the uh, creating the material. So whatever the material we have, we can take it and then we can manipulate them. And then asset browser, which I never used. Okay, so now come to this one. So this is like the composition thing. So this is the image context. So these all are the context. Okay, so image context, this is for the you can say creating the constraints, or maybe you can say how I will describe it. So I'll show you some example, like I can't describe you properly how this thing works, but I'll show you example because I use this thing. And then this is the material, whatever the material you will create here. So if I'll take a principal shader, if you press F, you can see this thing, and there's a lot of options. And like Houdini give you options so that you can go and you can edit inside even that, and you can even check how the developers created these materials. So this is very cool if you are learning and you want to learn like deeply. So you can find how the things are working, how a node created, you can say, like how this node is looking like this, but inside there's a lot of things are going on inside this. So this is the material context. And then we have the object context, where we do everything related to geometry, effects and all we do in object context. Then we have out is for render. So whatever the render things you have to do in out context. And then we have the shop, which is also for the material purpose. I don't use this a lot. Stage is there, staging. And oh sorry, so here we use karma also. I guess I don't have that. Yeah, I have karma. So this is the another renderer thing. So which will see, like I have to also learn karma still. Then I'll also teach you how the karma works. And then we have task. This is important. This is topnet. So this is like you have to cook a lot of like dependency nodes are there, you have to cache, like first my object should cache, then the particle sim, then the volume sim, then this. So that you can create here. So you can just click on one button and it will do it procedurally. So we say this wedging also, but wedging is a bit different thing which we'll see, which is in render only. We can do wedge, but this is a different thing. This work on dependencies also. You have to go inside and you have to create the nodes, and you have a local scheduler, and you can put it for caching, and for rendering also we can use this. So these are the context, but mainly if you are starting Houdini, don't go anywhere. The main one is object, material, and the out context. This is for the geometry purpose, effects purpose. Material is for creating the materials and textures, and not textures like applying the shaders and all is material, and out is for rendering purpose. So we come back to object. So this is the basic thing. So I was telling you about the proceduralism. So I'll show you a small example of the proceduralism. Very fast, I'll create a small sim. So I'll teach you everything. Don't take tension. Like I'm doing things very fast and you don't understand, it's okay. But I'll tell you all the things later. But I'm just creating a pop sim so that I can tell you what is the difference, what is the proceduralism and how it works. So scatter, and now we can use a pop force, I guess. And just I'm creating a small thing so that you can understand. Oh, not 41, it should be 1. Okay, so if you see, uh, if you can, okay, sorry, all points. So yeah, you can see these are the points. Like I scattered the point on an object. Scattering means like just generating the points on the object. And then I have sim. Okay, so we have a sim like this. Okay, you can see it is looking very bad. Like I should not create something like this. Wait, um, 1 and 0.4, I guess should work. Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, so we have a sim like this, maybe. Okay, so you can see like we have this. So like maybe think, yeah, this asset they gave you for creating in Houdini for like any project you are doing, R&D you are doing. So you can't wait for them to give you the proper file, because it take time, modeling, texturing, animation, everything, then they will give you file. So what you do R&D on these things. Okay, then what you do, like if your file is a like maybe different thing, what is the test geometry we have, maybe pighead. So maybe this is the model now, like this is the model that director want, and this is just for your test. So what you can do, you have to just unplug and plug this thing, and you don't have to change anything. The best thing about Houdini is you don't have to change anything, and the things will work like that only. If you see the same effect you are getting on the pig head. So this is called the proceduralism. Okay, and like maybe you don't have a good PC, so what you can do, you can decrease this value. Okay, maybe like this. Okay, like this you decrease the value and you check the, okay, like not this much, I'm just telling you an example, and you find okay my sim is good. So what you can do, like at the time of rendering you can increase it. Okay, like at the time of render I can increase so that my PC will not take that much load, and it is easier because I'll tell you many tricks also, like how you can do things efficiently. So these are the things, that's why we love Houdini. Like people who are in FX, they know why it is important to work in Houdini, because it saves your time. So just think, if you have to create this effect and you don't have any geometry, like the final geometry, you have just a test geometry like this. So you can create this thing in Maya. This is very easy thing. But just think, if you have to create, they will give you the final object like this, then you have to do whole process again. Like this is just a small thing. Like when we do R&Ds, we have to use a lot of nodes. I can't show you my work, like office work, otherwise I'll show you how many nodes we use for creating a small asset. But you understand this thing, that Houdini makes it easier to replace the source, to change the things, if because the client give you very uh, uh, small corrections only, but if you are in Maya you have to do things again. But if you are in Houdini you can change the value and you can like save your time also, and you can work efficiently. Main thing is you can work efficiently, and there is a lot of things which Maya don't provide you till now. Maybe in future they will upgrade themselves and they will make it better for the effects, but like for now, for in the industry it is important uh, to learn Houdini. We don't know what will come in future, but for now you should learn Houdini if you are a FX artist. Okay, so this is a proceduralism, the basic thing I told you. Okay, so now we can see what is these things. Then like in next video I can go for some creating some small things, and I'll show you how things work in Houdini. Okay, so this is nothing but like selecting the object. Like if you are, this is like the object mode. This is like the, what you say in Houdini, like the primitive select and point select, s select, primitive vertices. So the difference in Houdini and Maya is like they have vertices. They like Houdini also have vertices, Maya also, but Houdini have points. And like if you see, like you will work 90% on points only for creating any effect or anything. You'll work on points. Vertices are different a little bit than points. They are not same. Just remember, vertices and points are not same things. But yeah, we'll discuss that also later. But yeah, just remember vertices and points are different thing. Okay, so from here you can select the point. Like I'll show you this. So if you have, oh, not this. Okay, so I have to create a rubber toy again. Okay, so like this. So I'll show you what it does. So if you are in point, and what the hell, why I'm getting this error? Okay, so maybe I can convert it. It is not polygon, I guess. Why I can't select? Wow, I guess my Houdini glitched like always. Ah, nice. Okay, so maybe I can show you in a different way. Yeah, so don't mind, I'm just telling you how it works. Like it is glitched a little bit. So like on, if you right click on this icon and you select points, so you can select points. If you right click and you select edge, you can select edges. If you click on primitive, you can select primitive, and if you want to select vertices, you can select vertices. So as you can see, vertices have like this 4 dots and the point have single dot. So that's the difference, and there's a lot other difference also between the vertices and the points, which we'll discuss later. And I don't know what is this, I never used it. So this is how it works, but I don't know why like the things, yeah, now it is working. Wow, so my Houdini has some issue, I guess. Yeah, now you can see it's working. Okay, no problem. Okay, so this is for like uh, attempt to oh, I don't know, like I guess I have to reinstall my Houdini, there's some issues. Okay, and this is for log, this is for moving the object, and again I'm getting that. Yeah, so this is nothing, there's the move tool, rotate tool, scale tool, and this is the gizmo, like for everything. Okay, and these things we'll talk later, and because these are not that useful because I don't use them. And this is the Flipbook. Flipbook is like, you can say, play blast. So if you right click and with the new settings, so you will get those settings, whatever you have to, like whatever the setting you want for the play blast. And don't like scared with these codes, they are very easy. We'll talk everything, I'll tell you a lot of things about the coding also. But these are the like options, whatever like you can do, and you can create a start and it will start creating a this one. And see, this is also creating problem, I have to reinstall my Houdini. And don't crash please. Yeah guys, so like my Houdini crashed. I don't know what happened, but yeah. So this is the flipbook. This is the emplay we were seeing. So this is also for rendering purpose. But like I don't use this also so much. But we'll see this. I'll tell you how it works. And this is just for like going to first frame, going to last frame, and playing backward, playing forward, and this is a stop. Okay, and you can just use this one for the real time, like 24 frame per second. So you can see it is going slow. So this is 24 real time toggle, and this is for looping, like playing in a loop. This is for audio panel, which I never used. And these are the global animation option, whatever the slider animation, if you want, like not animation but the settings you want, so you can use this one. And these are the slider that is for changing the frame range, frame count from here and there. And this is for auto key. So if you click here, like if I will have animation or any file, then it will auto like this color will change, and you can click here and it will auto key lower. So whatever the values you will change after keying once, it will automatic key that, like same like the set key in Maya. Okay, and this thing is very important. This is like a solver thing, you can see. So if you control click on this thing, so it will reset whatever the simulation you are doing. So, and yeah, sorry, I noticed that I was doing a wrong type of capture, so you can't see like this thing when I was creating that particle sim. Sorry for that thing. Okay, so I'll show you what it do. This is like important thing, so I'm showing you now. So if you create a pop net, like don't, okay, so sometime it happen if you have shaders, I guess. Yeah, so like, yeah, you can see just like this, you can see, and I'm not doing any funky animation for this. So like this, you have a sim. So what this do, so if I'll go to first frame, you can see this is the cache, that this is like the disk cache. So if you control click on that, it will reset. Okay, if you click on that and if you get this error kind of sign, so it will not simulate. Okay, so this is very useful sometime, like we use this, but yeah, you can use this. Like sometimes the simulation is not changing automatically, like not resetting. So you can control click on this and it will reset it. Okay, so this is the small thing, and these are not that important. So we'll see for that. Okay, so we'll talk about the takes also, how it works. It is very useful. HQ, LQ, like we do in like high quality, low quality. So we can create takes and we can directly switch from low quality to high quality. Okay, these are the you can say the interface chain. If you want to do clothes, so uh, oh, it doesn't change. Wow, that's cool. Like, okay, no, not that. Sorry, sorry, sorry. My bad, my bad. So this is for like I used it very less. That's why. So this is like, if I guess I remember. Yeah. So this is for pressing the button. Which button? Yeah. So if it is C. Okay. So if you press C, you will get this like, what is this? What circular menu, I guess we say this. So if you change it to dynamic, so it will change from ocean cloth, and you see it change. And then we have here, so if you press C, so you will get the options for here. And like this, there's a like curve modeling, so you have those curve options, loft, skin, whatever you have, and there's a lot more. So this is the main model here, whatever, and you can go inside and you can create things. Okay, so this is for that, which is not, I am saying literally it is not that useful. Like I never try to create any model in Houdini. I prefer Maya for that thing. Okay, so guys, I guess this should be it for the video, and from next video we'll start about like how you properly, like if you understand the UI first, like how to move your camera, how to move everything, so then it is easier for you also, like how to uh, what do you say, go into the network and start creating the things, how to take the model, how to start a sim. So we'll start talking about from the SOP level, which is like the uh, surface operator, which is not the dynamic operator, you can say, like just the models you see. So from surface operator to dynamic operator, which is like the FX thing, .NET. So we'll talk everything about those things. So don't take tension, you'll learn very easily. Just keep learning and keep watching the videos with me for my videos and other videos also. Like it is not like just watch my videos. There's a lot of people's are creating beginner series and other tutorials, so you can watch them also. And if you have any issues, you can comment and you can join my Discord. I'll create a Discord server where you can ask the questions and you can post whatever you create, so that people can also appreciate and give you some suggestions. So I'll maybe create that and I'll give link in some other videos. Okay. And yeah, people, if you want to learn these things in Hindi, so you can go and subscribe to my other channel and you can watch over there also. So thanks for watching, and we'll see in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye, guys.